is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus. Back at you again. This is number 7. We're rounding it out. Marvel Legends, the Executioner Wave. We've gone through 6 figures. This is the 7th and final figure. And you know what's next. But before we get to that, we've got to get with this. And what this is the Phantom Rider. Now, I'm sure a lot of you aren't up on this guy. His real name is Carter Slade, and he's from the 19th century, about 1860s, somewhere in that. And he was, one of those gunslingers for justice. Back in the 70s, Marvel did have several comics, several characters from the cowboy days, and cowboy is a misnomer, but most people recognize that term when you're talking about the Wild West and the people, the heroes and the bad guys, the black hats from that time. Carter Slade, aka Phantom Rider, was part of that. He also had some encounters with the West Coast Avengers. One West Coast Avenger in particular. We'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, we're going to handle business right here. And you see what's going on in the packaging. We've got the Marvel logo there in the front. We've got it at the top. We have some artwork of the Phantom Rider there. We have some thumbnail of him tipping his hat. And then we've got him on his white horse, which we don't get and we do not have. And now I'm going to be trying to figure out a way how I can get this guy a white horse. Anyway, at the bottom, you see the sketch for the Executioner on our lower left, and next to him on our right, his left, we've got the 7 figures in this wave, 6 which are needed to build the Executioner. Wolverine is not needed, so you can do without him if you so desire. We also have a readout. School teacher Carter, meaning Slade. I wonder why they didn't want to use Slade. Dons a ghostly white costume to mete out justice as the Phantom Rider, spirit of vengeance in the Old West. Clamshell time. We get a better look at Mr. Slade. I'm still tripping on why they didn't use his last name in the bio. I'm going to have to research that and get to the bottom of that little minor mystery. Anyway, you see, comes with, here we go again, with the odd number of hands. We have 2 fists and an open, like, reaching hand. You can see in the shell, he's got the 2 trigger fingers, which are appropriate. He needs those because he has 2 6-shooters. And we have the left leg to build Scourge, the final piece to the puzzle. And we're going to put that puzzle together next. But we still have to take care of some Phantom Rider business now. Full body shot time. Phantom Rider. You can see he's just basically all white. And he's got some dabs of silver paint on his belt. And that's really about the size of it. The accessories, we saw what we had going on in the packaging. He comes with a pair of fists, as I've shown before, and a single grasping left grasping hand. Unbelievable. And here are that pair of, I believe these are Colts, and they're basically molded in a gray, closer to silverish gray plastic, and we've got some white paint for the stocks with some lines, and there's some a dot of silver there on the grip, the pistol grip right there. So yeah, pretty cool. And like I said, he does come with 2, and he's got holsters, as you saw from the full body shot. A little fun fact about the Phantom Rider, for those that didn't know, that's not up on the character. He actually went by the name Ghost Rider before. He also went by Knight Rider, He's had some, other type of mysterious titles like He Who Rides the Night and things of that nature. But yeah, getting back to the first point, he was once known as the Ghost Rider, and that's because of his visage. He is all white like this, as well as his horse. They actually, meaning he and his horse, they and his horse, I believe, was called Ghost. I think it was called Ghost. Anyway, um, they basically had this like white fluorescent dust that Carter sprinkled on himself and on the horse, and his cape, which is not accurate when you think about it. If you know anything about it, actually, you see, we're all white. One side of his cape was all black, and the reason for that was at nighttime, and because of the sprinkled dust, he'd have the black side of the cape on the outside. So when he would like draw it over his body, like kind of like that, that portion of his body would disappear into the night, giving him, more of that ghastly, that ghostly look. Well, that's enough of the little knowledge fest for this guy. What we got it going on is looking at the figure itself. Believe it or not, the hat is part of the head. You cannot remove it, so don't even try. The eyes, we have some paint there, kind of black and kind of grayish circles around the pupilless eyes. And then, of course, the rest is just white. He's on the Vulcan body, so you know it's a good one. And then here, you can see the spots of paint on the studs of his belt, as I said before, and his buckle has got the silver going on. And they actually continued it in the rear. So cool. May as well. That would have been, that would have been egregious to cheap out on that, considering all he is molded in white. Then you've got the trigger finger hands, and then you got the boots. So yeah, there isn't really much to him. We've seen the Vulcan body articulation scheme before, but we'll do it again because this is a new character. He can look up that far because he's on a ball hinge joint, as you can see right there. He can look down crazy far too, chin to throat. And I think I just popped his head off. Yep, there we go. That's because when you go too far back, it's going to get rubbed off, pushed up by the cape. But he can look down. You get some attitude there, and of course he can 360 it. He can get you a T-pose. He can 360 it with the shoulders. He's got butterfly joints. So that means he can rear back that much. It's a little bit better than, the straight up and down 90. As far as cross body is concerned, he can't go across body, but he can get this type of action going on, which is great considering he's got the 6-shooters there. So that's pretty cool. He's got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got, with these trigger fingers, swiveling wrists and vertical hinges. The fists are horizontal as well as that grasping hand. His torso comes with an ab crunch. You see right there. He can go back that far. And he's got a waist swivel, so he can go side to side like that. He can do the splits that far. He can kick. He can't kick very well. You don't get 90. That's about 80 degrees on the kick. Going back, not that much. You got the thigh cut. You've got the double jointed knees. Mine's are kind of tight. They're very tight, but they are functional. So you see that right there. We do get a boot swivel. We can point the toe that far forward, that far up. He's got the ankle pivot. You see the holes at the bottom of his feet. And, this is the Vulcan body, and it is a good one, still a good one. Definitely very pleased with the articulation on this guy. Now I've got Bobby Morse, a.k.a. Mockingbird, here for comparison, and those who aren't in the know are probably wondering, well, what's the significance of this comparison? As I stated in the beginning, he had encountered the West Coast Avengers, and one in particular. That one was Mockingbird, and it wasn't a very good encounter, especially um, for Mockingbird. You have to go back and read the story to get the true details. Let's just say what happened to her is worse than deleting a person, and I'll let you use your imagination on that one. So there we have it, in and out with this one. Phantom Rider, Marvel Legends, Executioner, Build a Figure Wave. This was number 7 in the line. We went through 7 figures, and this is how we bring up the rear. Next time we will be checking out and putting together Scourge, the Executioner, the Build-A-Figure of this wave, and I definitely look forward to that. As far as this figure is concerned, the Phantom Rider, well, it's a new character, and I'm always down to have new characters, always, but quite frankly, the question has to be asked, was this one necessary? Did we really need this? There are, a multitude of Marvel characters to choose from, and we get this guy. Now, from the comparison in the last segment, you guys kind of sort of have an idea of his significance. And then, like I said, back in the 70s, there were plenty of cowboy, once again, that's a misnomer, Wild West comics going on, Two Gun Kid, all kinds of, that was, Two Gun Kid is the one that comes to mind immediately, but there were plenty of Western comics back then. And the Phantom Rider, who was, I believe, going by Ghost Rider back then, had his own book as well. The figure, I mean, being all white, there's not much to him. He's got the cape. The cape is inaccurate. It should be black on one side. And since this is a rubbery, plastic cape and not, cloth, it should be on the outside. It should be on the outside. I mean, when you're looking at him straight on, you're going to see all white. But with like I said, if you can draw the cape around him, parts of him disappear when in the dark. So that is pretty cool too. The two Colts are nice. They had portholes. I should have mentioned that earlier. So you see, I was able to apply some classified series blast effects in there so he can look like he's firing his weapons. There's not really much more to say. The hat, you can't take that off. Not that that matters. I mean, that this is how he's supposed to look. It probably would be cool if you could take his hat off for certain scenes, but it is what it is. This is what we have. So, yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. You're going to need him if you want to build Scourge. He comes with that left leg. So, if you want to pass, but you want Scourge, you're going to have to make a decision. Anyway, let me know what you think down below, what your decision will be down below. And while you're deciding, decide to hit that share button, that like button. You know what I'm saying? Decide to comment and decide to subscribe. And since you're doing all this deciding, decide to hit that notification bell so you'll know when I am uploading another video, which is coming soon, and you know what it's going to be. So until then, see you guys next time. Peace.